Now this set boasts a truckload of features. First, you've got this working crane with a winch. Well, there is meant to be a hook, but as I said, this is a used set. You can't really buy them new anymore. So the hook's been broken off. However, the hook can fit these small pieces of cargo on there and load them into Bluebird, or, as we can see, into a troublesome truck, like so. Now, as you can see, there's loads of track on this set. In fact, there's ridiculous amounts of track. Think about it, we've got 3 carriages, 2 engines. Well, we've got 3 engine berths for a start, which as a bonus for packing and storage is detachable. Also makes filming easier. And so already we've got a spare siding. And then we've got 2 sidings here. And then we've got another siding here, which can only be accessed if we move the turntable. Then we've got these strange little dead-end sidings here, which really don't do anything apart from look good. This long, good siding here, and another engine shed here. So this set is full of sidings, and there's plenty of track value, may I say. Now, as we can see, there's these buffers, which are removable. So often in sets online, you find them that have been taken out and lost. So that's fun for if you want to crash your trains. We've got plenty of details, like these signals, which this one's a bit bent, so not a great example. This one, see these signals here? Nicely detailed. The station, which has a little sign, as well as the fat controller over here on the platform. A little sign pointing to food, and we're not actually given the name of the station. There's just a little house over here, a nice large, expansive signal box, water tower, quarry sort of tunnel with a loader, which however, unfortunately there's nothing to load. Another loader with another engine shed. And now this small hook, which fits the loads onto it, like so, and also rotates. And of course, finally the turntable, which I do actually struggle to rotate. As you can see, this set is actually packed with features. And so what am I going to go on to next? Oh, well, what do you think? We've seen how good it is, now it's time to see how bad it actually is. Okay, well I've already told you how it's stupid it's not compatible with earlier sets. But now there's a few more things I'd like to go on and say that's strange about this set. First is the difficulty of turning the turntable. I mean, it's good, yeah, it locks into place, but if children are having trouble turning the turntable when they're using it, I have trouble turning the turntable when they use it, they're less likely to actually turn the turntable anyway, and just sort of, yeah, Thomas, you chuffed over the track onto his shed. Like so. I also think that the fact that, now if we look at the massive amount of hill, here we go, there's the flat, and we go up, there's a huge difference in height. Now this of course is fun as a hill, because you can go, wee, Thomas down the hill. However, because this set does not have batteries and is push-along, it makes it very difficult trying to push Thomas through the tunnel. And I actually can't get him to come out the other side, unless I derail him and then pull him through. So it makes playing with these sets a lot harder because of this big hill. And so, which is why I'm inclined to think that maybe it's better to play with the sets going this way, because at least Thomas goes through the tunnel. Then we have the next problem, which is this signal tower. Water tower, sorry. I'm not actually sure if it's meant to be crooked. But as we saw in the Bluebird set, where the hook section on the roof was scratching the engines, if you insert them all the way, it would seem that Thomas has the same scratch here. Now, how did he get this? Well, if we push Thomas along, bam, stuck. We have to tilt Thomas this way to get him underneath. The same thing happens with Percy. This is obviously a fault that the water tower is probably supposed to be straight, but it's been glued in sideways. I'm not sure that it's actually broken like that, but if it's been made like that, it means the engines are going to get scratched. Which once again is a bit stupid. And also, because I'm going to nitpick this set apart, that's what reviews are for, I'd like to point out that one truck can get over the points fine. However, we roll Thomas down the hill, start him again, we pull him along like this. Once again, gets caught on the water tower, I'm going to tilt him, pull him up the hill, and it goes along to about here, and then we just pull the coaches off the track. Great. As I said, this set is not designed to be played with by 15-year-olds. It's designed to be played with by ages 5 and up, I'm pretty sure. And 5 and up children are going to get very frustrated when every time they pull up the train up the hill it derails. So despite the fact, yes, this set's a amazing set, and I'm obviously going to recommend it, but I think that it still needs plenty of work. And making these sets, either making this set larger, which I don't think, which loses the charm, like this set has more charm on this one, simply because of its size. So rather, I would like to have seen them decrease the size of this set, so that it becomes compatible with all the range. So the whole range is compatible, except for the magnetic set, of course. But I have to say, I think that there was future for expansion here, because if we have a look, yes, these buffers are quite clearly removable, and the tracks continue. And I mean, these aren't really sidings, because they don't go anywhere. Engines can't fit in a siding this short. So I'm asked the question whether maybe in future they were planning to add on extension sets. Look, there's sort of a... it's square, and then suddenly there's an indent here. Whether they were thinking of putting on separate modules, possibly, and be able to join them together. One there, and one there, to make a mega railway. Pity they only made 4 sets, isn't it? So would I recommend this? Oh, of course I'd recommend it. Despite the fact Thomas has got a bit of a freakish face, it's not compatible with the others, and the problems that I've listed, where's Thomas? There he is. I would still recommend this set to anyone who is a collector fan, and who, if you enjoyed this set, you'll enjoy this set. Whether, once you get over the size factor, it's really quite a good set. There's plenty of play potential. With, as we say, the 2 different loads, both the pipes and the crate. With the truck, I would have liked to have seen maybe 2 troublesome trucks included, especially as I told you about before, with the amazing amount of sidings. And as I say, with Percy and Thomas and the Fat Controller all there. So, if you see us on eBay, I purchased mine for around $30. And so, that's a reasonably good buy. As I said, when you're looking for it on eBay, make sure you look out for these things. Trees intact, buffers intact, Fat Controller intact. The rest is really up to you to see. Oh, engine shedded. Because as I said, it's detachable, many people lose their shed. As I said, then there's also picky things, like, this was the best set I've seen in quite a while. The crane, yeah, missing the hook, but that's alright. And, now many sets only contain 1 set of pipes. A full set, an entirely full set contains 2 set of pipes. However, because there's only 2 places these can go, which is either in the truck or in Bulstrode, I don't see this taking away from the play value. So, when you're looking out on eBay, look out for those things. And so, I think that, yes, this is a great set, and I would recommend it to all. But just be careful, because, trust me, there's plenty of surprises inside the boxes. And that's all now from TrainzXtreme.